Nintendo, what have you done? So a little while ago, Nintendo unveiled the Nintendo Switch, and it's like the death blow to Nintendo for me. Like, I was a Nintendo fan when I was a little kid. I grew up. I got an NES. I remember the first time I played Mario Brothers. I was about 4 or 5. I was at the mall, and as I did what you do at the time as a kid, I'm old, but back then there were these things called arcades. And when your parents would go shopping, they give you a couple bucks, and you go to the arcade and play. So I remember I went to an arcade and I saw this game called Super Mario Brothers. I'd never heard of it. The NES wasn't out back then. This is probably about 85, 86 or so. And I put in my quarter, and I died at the very first pit in the game. I jumped in it over and over again. I remember as a kid thinking oh my god, that's impossible. How can you get past this? It's too hard. The jump is just too far. But it wasn't until a few years later where a friend of mine had an NES, and I got to play the game, and I made the jump on the very first go, and I was like, oh, I guess it's not that hard. But yeah, that was my introduction to Nintendo. And I got an NES for my 10th birthday, I believe. I got Turtles 2, the arcade game, and I don't know what else. Probably just Super Mario Brothers. Some other game. Maybe, no, I think maybe that was probably it. Anyway, I love the NES. Love the Super NES. The N64. It had 2 or 3 games that I liked. I mean, I was kind of disappointed in it, but I think at the time, I felt like that was enough. Mario 64 blew my mind. That game was amazing, so I actually absolutely loved it. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, one of my favorite games of all time. Love that game. So, the N64 was a failure, but I like it. Same thing with the GameCube. GameCube was awesome. And the Wii is where they lost me. At first, that was kind of like I don't know. I mean, the name was so stupid. That was the first blow, and then the graphics and everything. I got one at launch, but I wasn't going to. It was kind of like, I want to play Zelda, but I'll just get the GameCube version. And then I was trying to get a PlayStation 3 at the time, and when I was waiting in line, I was too far back to get the PlayStation 3 because they only had 3 tickets. I was camping before the system came out at a KB toy store or something like that. So I got a voucher for the Wii, so if you're here, I'll go ahead and pick it up. And to my surprise, that system was a massive hit and sold a bunch of copies and whatnot, but I pretty much just played nothing, actually. I think I bought Wii Sports. Wii Sports came bundled with this. I got Wii Sports. I got, I don't remember the name, some Surgeon game and some other title. I bought 3 games with it. Barely played them, went to waste, so I did not like the Wii. The Wii U, I knew it was going to be a failure right out of the box. First, they're like, hey, we're getting third-party back, so I was kind of like, yeah, third-party. And then I saw what the games actually looked like. They were GIMP versions of the PlayStation 3 versions of the game. I was kind of like, oh, this is not good. So I ended up buying a Wii U eventually when Smash came out. I played it for an hour total maybe, and now the Wii U just sits there collecting dust. So that was a mistake. So now we come to the Switch, and that's with the Wii, I was disappointed, but I understood that Nintendo wasn't doing well with the hardcore, so they had to go for a casual market. With the Wii U, it was just a misstep, but I thought, you know what, maybe Nintendo can turn it around. But with the Switch, it's just they're on a different planet. They just don't get it. And I feel like this is the end of Nintendo. I mean, the company will probably go on. I mean, they have their fans, people will buy it, people will play it, whatnot, but I think this system will be a flop. And for me personally, this is the official point when I can stop caring about Nintendo, because Nintendo will always have a place in my heart. Zelda is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I loved Mario when I was a kid. I didn't like Sunshine, so I kind of stopped playing Mario games then, but Metroid, F-Zero, Nintendo has a lot of stuff that I'm fond of, that I respect and that I enjoy. But I think this is finally the time where I can just be forget it. So this is the Wii U Pro. It's barely more powerful than the Wii U, which is laughable, considering the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are so weak. And then Nintendo releases a console that's even weaker 3 years later. That's not, Nintendo fanboys will excuse it. Oh man, I can play games on the go, but there's nothing AAA about the PS3. It's just so antiquated. I just look at Zelda Breath of the Wild, and the art style is nice. I'm going to play it on the Wii U, so I will get some use out of my Wii U, and I'll probably enjoy it. The game looks like it'll be fine, but I just can't get excited, just can't get hyped. And the whole selling point of, hey, you can play your games on the go, is like, I'm a grown ass man. I don't play games on the go. I mean, if I want to do that, I have a cell phone that can do that. It's probably about as powerful as a Wii U, so I don't really need the Switch. So it's just like, I don't know what Nintendo was thinking. I watched their press conference where they did the big reveal, and I thought the conference was okay. I mean, they messed up a few points here and there, but overall, I was kind of positive. Like, oh, maybe this Wii U won't be so bad. And then, like, the next day, all these articles started coming out about, hey, it only has 32 gigs of storage. You have to pay for online. All these accessories are way overpriced. And it's just like, I went from, maybe it'll be okay, to just like, ugh. I did pre-order one, but I just did that because Nintendo always releases not enough systems to go around and create this false scarcity thing, like they did with the Nintendo Classic, the Wii, the Wii U. So I knew this system was going to sell out instantly, and I also knew just simply because it's a new piece of tech and it's selling out that I would want one. So I went ahead and did the pre-order thing, but right now I'm thinking I might just cancel my pre-order, or maybe I'll be a scalper and resell it or something for profit. Who knows? But at this point in time, I just, Nintendo is dead to me. I just don't care. I don't care about Mario. I don't care about Pikmin. I don't care about Donkey Kong. It's pretty much just Zelda, Metroid, and F-Zero for me at this point. And they're not really making too many of those. I mean, this next Zelda game is coming out, but I can play that on the Wii U, so what do I need a Switch for? Super Mario Galaxy, or Super Mario Odyssey just looks like more Mario 64 again. And even though I loved Mario 64, I loved that back in like 2000. I don't want to play Mario 64 with a water gun, Mario 64 on planets, Mario 64 and friends. I want a new Mario. I want an amazing experience that only Nintendo can deliver. I just feel like they can't do it. I mean, they're stuck in the past. It's like when you have a movie director and they were like really huge in the 70s or the 80s, and they made a lot of great movies, and they're still around, they're still making movies, but their movies just don't have mass appeal. Like, they're out of touch with modern movie making. So their movies are good, they have a fan base that loves them, but it just, if you aren't in that fan base, it just doesn't resonate with you anymore. And I feel like Nintendo is that. They make games, their fans seem to like them, but every time I look at a Nintendo game, almost every time, it's just like, I guess it's okay, but I don't get excited for it. And, looking at their plate for the Wii U, for the Switch, it's Zelda. That's it. I don't care about Splatoon. I don't care about 1-2 Switch. I don't care about Super Mario Odyssey. I don't care about, Bomberman R, whatever it's called, which will probably come to other systems. It's just Zelda, and then maybe 2 years we'll have a Metro game, and then maybe 2 years after that they'll make another Zelda. It's kind of like there's just nothing there. I mean, the company is just gone. It's kind of painful to say it, but the Switch, it's Nintendo's in for me. So farewell Nintendo. We've had some good times, but it's over. Thanks.